Welcome back to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from Vaden of Beaufort. I'm joined this afternoon by Connie Wegman from Beaufort DragonBoat. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Glad that you're here to talk about DragonBoat Beaufort.
Yes.
So we know that this year the date has moved. We're having your event in September. So can you share with the audience what the new dates are for this year's event?
Well, it's going to be Labor Day weekend. We're calling it our Labor of Love.
Sounds good to me.
We start off Friday night, September the 2nd, with a kickoff concert in Waterfront Park. What better place to have it?
Absolutely.
Then the races, the actual race day is Saturday, September the 3rd. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We have a beautiful opening ceremony, a little opening of the dragon, and then the races start right there in Waterfront Park along the river.
And you're going to be there all day long? Is this going to take the entire day?
It does. Each team gets to race 3 times. So it's done in a series of heats, 4 boats at a time compete. They're racing against the clock. So they'll do 2 heats and then we take a little break. The Sweetgrass Angels will perform.
Wow.
We have a little ceremony. Because dragon boat racing has to do with cancer survivors, we do a little ceremony between the 2nd and the 3rd heats to recognize those that are fighting cancer, those that have survived cancer. It's a wonderful little ceremony. Then we get back to racing again for Heat 3, and that's for all the glory and the awards and things like that. And then we do a little award ceremony. Day ends usually around 4 o'clock.
Well, it sounds like you have a wonderful event lined up and obviously a beautiful venue and some great entertainment and obviously some well-needed breaks in between all those race heats for the racers. So if I'm interested in registering or I'm interested in possibly putting my own Dragon Boat team together, tell us how we can do that, Connie.
You can sign up a team by going to the website, www.dragonboatraceday.com. You go online, you can register a team, you can register as an individual if you don't have a full team put together, and you can also support the organization by supporting our land sharks. Those are people who, Dragon Boat looks like a lot of fun, I want to come down to the water, but I don't think I really want to get in the boat.
Right.
We have what are called land sharks, and you can sponsor one of the land sharks and help us to raise money that's so needed in the area.
So if I am interested in participating but I don't have the time or know enough people to organize my own boat and I register, would you place me on a team?
We would, and that's on the website. You can register as an individual and we try and pack those individuals into a team that may have 15 or 16 people and they just need a few more, or we'll put a whole team together.
And so you need how many people to have a complete crew on one of those boats?
A complete crew is 20 paddlers, because a dragon boat is a 42-foot boat. It's got 10 rows of 2 paddlers apiece, so that's the 20 paddlers. And then you put a drummer in the front, and the drummer gets to dress up in costume, gets to have a great time motivating the team and keeping the pace. So you really need to have 20 paddlers and a drummer and a couple of alternates if you want, because some people don't want to do all 3 heats. We've also had emergency personnel that have had to leave during the day and stuff like that. So a couple of alternates was always a great idea.
I think I want to be the drummer. I've decided if I sign up, I want to be a drummer.
You want to be the drummer.
I want to wear the costume
and have a good time.
I want to motivate and I want to be the drum. Yep. So tell me about Dragon Boat Beaufort and its connection to people in the community who've had cancer.
Dragon Boat Beaufort is comprised of cancer survivors and their supporters. We have a team that meets 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and we paddle to leave cancer at the dock. We paddle to rehab those patients, but also to not think about cancer for a while. The race day and the money we raise during race day, that money goes to supporting that program, but it also goes to help cancer patients in the area. And that's really where I come in. I'm the outreach coordinator for Dragon Boat Beaufort, and I work with the social workers at the hospital to help cancer patients. Imagine that you're a cancer patient who's been diagnosed with stomach cancer and your toilet doesn't work. Your septic tank needs to be pumped. We've gone out and helped them. Imagine that you're the mother of a teenager whose cancer has left her unable to walk, and therapy is helping with that, but you've now reached the maximum deductible that insurance would help cover.
Right. So
but you're very close. So we help cancer patients with one-on-one grants, working with the social workers at the hospital. And the reason we work with the social workers and the patient advocates at the hospital is because we want to make sure that we're the right organization in the community to fill the need of someone.
Match people up with the services that they're looking for.
And
those out-of-pocket expenses, which we know become enormous when you're suffering a disease. You know, it takes away from what daily life is, and the focus becomes certainly on the survivor.
It definitely does. You know, we can't make these people whole, but we can help them, because cancer either reduces your income or increases your expenses, or it does both.
Right.
And suddenly you're faced with not only cancer, but a lot of other needs. And so we just try to help you pick up that one little piece to help make the day better.
I think you're doing an amazing job, Connie. We're so grateful for you to come on and share the information about DragonBoat Beaufort on North of the Broad. We want to make sure that everybody knows the dates out there: Friday, September 2nd and Saturday, September the 3rd.
Yes.
How many boats are you hoping to get at this year's DragonBoat race?
We had 32 teams last year. We'd love to see more of that. Anybody who's interested, it's just a great day to come out, enjoy Waterfront Park, put on your best t-shirts, design your own, get competitive. There are all kinds of awards that are offered for best tent, best t-shirt, best drummer costume. There's just a lot of fun. So come out and enjoy the weekend, enjoy the day, and put a team together.
Sounds good. Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. We'll be right back with our next guest on North of the Broad.